Hello, I am Vincent going to teach you how to make a box and whisker plot and relate it to a histogram. So here is the data I have collected. It's the ages of people attending a CAT conference. So we have 23, 29, 35, 43, 47, and so on. So we are going to start with making a box and whisker plot. Now a box and whisker plot is where you have a big long line of, like a number line. So you can see my lowest piece of data is 23. So let's just start, our starting point can be 20. And our highest piece of data is 88. So we can have our maximum be at 90. So we have data. So I've decided to make my intervals about by 5. So we can have 25, 30. So we've got our number line all written out in 5 by 5 intervals. And what we're going to do now is we're going to plot our points on the number line. So our lowest piece of data is 23, which is about here. And our highest piece of data is 88, which is about here. And now we have to find the median of all of our numbers. So the way you find this is you cross out the biggest number and the smallest number, and then the second biggest number and the second smallest number, until you find the middle number, which in this case the middle number happens to be 58. So 58 on our number line would be about here. And now this is the box part where the box comes in, and you're going to have to find the median between the median of the entire set and the lowest number. So the median is about 58, so we'd start here and we'd cross this number off, that number off, this number off, that number off, until we find the middle number, which is going to be 49.5, because we do not have a number directly in the middle. We have to find a number between the two median points, which is 49.5, which is about here. Okay, and now we have to find the median between our middle here and our biggest data number, which is 88. So we cross off this number, that number, this number, that number, this number, until we find the median, which is 68.5, which is about here. And now here's where the box is, where we connect these here, and then our whiskers, which are right here. So this is a box and whisker plot, and I just like to label my points. So this is 23, this is 49.5, 58, 68.5, and 88. So this is our box and whisker plot, and now we have to make a histogram to go with it. Now we're going to make our histogram part related to our box and whisker plot. So what we're going to do, we're going to have the same number line from 20 to 90. So now we've got our number line set up, but it's a little different in two different ways, because instead of it just being a horizontal line, there's also a vertical part to this line too. And it's a little different on the other hand, because instead of being 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, it's 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, and 80 to 90. But now what we have to do is figure out how many numbers are between 20 and 30. So now if you come up here and look at our data, you can see between 20 and 30 we've got 2 numbers. So now we're going to, on the histogram, so we can see we've got 2 right here between 20 and 30. So this is where our graph, or our bar, is going to be. So now we're looking for between 30 and 40. So now between 30 and 40, we only have one number. So if we come down here, but here's the 1 and we go over. So this represents that the numbers between 30 and 40, there's only one of them. And now if we look between 40 and 50, we can see that we have 1, 2. So that's two numbers between 40 and 50. And our 2 is right here, so we're going to go up to 2, over, and down. Now we have to find between 50 and 60. And between 50 and 60, we can see that we have many numbers. So we can see if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 numbers between 50 and 60. So that 6 is all the way up here. So we have to go up, over, and down. So we can see that between 50 and 60, there's 6 people that were between 50 and 60. Now between 60 and 70, we can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 460 between. Okay, so that's 4 is up here. We go over and down. So now we can tell that there's 4 people between 60 and 70. Now between 70 and 80, we can see we have 1, 2. So 2 people between 70 and 80. So the 2 is about here. So now we can tell that 2 people between 60 and 70 attended the conference. And now between 80 and 90. So we've got 1, 2, 3. 3 people between 80 and 90 attended this conference. So we go up to 3, over and down. So now this is our histogram that we have made, and by this data we can tell that 2 people between the age of 20 and 30 attended the conference, 1 person between 30 and 40 attended the conference, 2 people between 40 and 50 attended this conference, and 6 people between 50 and 60 attended the conference. 4 people between 60 and 70 attended the conference. 2 people between 70 and 80 people attended. Between 70 and 80 attended the conference. And 3 people between 80 and 90 attended the conference. Now, a good way we can check if our histogram is related to our box and whisker plot correctly is that you can see that now where we have it's compressed in the box here, wherever it's compressed like this, that number should be higher. And wherever it's longer like these sides, you can tell that there's less numbers on each side. So that's a good way to check, and it does make sense. So now we know that this is our histogram and this is our box and whisker plot.